This one here sets the tone, and well, setting the tone again. Heroic looking to congregate quickly over towards the B-bomb site with all 5. Hunter with Julies on the balcony, a flash at the ready. The trap is laid.
Oh, Hunter's been a sharp shooter. Perfect weapons for the job. 30 bullets to rain down pain on Heroic. Flashes in, eaten, and down goes. Surely Tessus, the counter flash is good. Everyone's blind, and nothing from the Julies. The site wide open. Heroic. Fast plant. Upgrade on the pistol. It'll be Shush wielding what Hunter brought in. And m0NESY just getting info. That's brave and a lot. Can focus their attention on the left side, and so many bodies hidden within plain sight. On the bomb site, fighting in unison. 3. Suddenly they show face and melt G2. Heroic's first pistol of this series as well, worth noting.
Yeah, and a good way to kick things off, right? There were moments where you could see that going wrong. It's Tessus on the entry, just taking that space, not worrying about taking the duel on the balcony. Great work from him. Nico to hold on to this armor alongside the pistol. And he'll get away with it here. Well, Willie, okay, that one. Maybe overstepping the mark right there. Still got to reel it in. A long series ahead of us here. Heroic and no slouch. We covered them yesterday, handing Na'Vi their arse on this very map, 16-8, easy as you like. And once they get over to the CT side, make sure you keep tabs on these A-ramp flanks, because that was a consistent fixture. We got a long way to go before we get there, and well, before we get there, G2 into double scouts and some upgraded pistols. Hunter with his signature CZ75.
G2, some of the best in the world at these second round force buy conversions.
Parked KD in top mid, and he hasn't had any real issues so far. A smoke exchange towards connector here to slow down any crawl, but with the bomb set up towards this A ramp, Shush in the palace position, it does seem likely to be at least an A play or an A look to see what they can find. Once he gets smoked off, the issue will really then fall to JKS playing under the balcony right now with that 5-7 in hand, and you can see just waiting for any aggression out of G2. Well, nothing just yet. m0NESY going to be caught off guard here on the next glance.
They've slipped the net.
He has no idea.
He has no idea. JKS is going to get shot in the rear. Oh! JKS! He springs to action, spotted Yabi, but doesn't get anything for his troubles. Now they can clamp shut on the site, and G2 will look for a second bite of the cherry.
Crazy to see them going for a save this early here, not even trying to find a frag, so they know that they've foregone all this mid control, so the piece that they can take back to the map is going to be the B apartments. Swarming in there now, and yeah, you're right, have another go at this, but Stout, he doesn't want to allow that just here, just yet. Now, he could give over a Galil if he's not careful.
Yeah, that is the inherent risk of hunting these 4 spies, and Hunter says bye-bye.
Yeah, that's an interesting little off angle he held right there. You can see Stout still somewhat ready for it, but there's so many different positions you have to worry about, and if you're Katie, you don't want to send any more lamps to the slaughter here. Everybody with a rifle, so handing a Galil over is actually huge. JKS can get a pistol drop in the next. I'm sure Hunter will hold on to that Galil. And then there's still 2 scouts in play. How many of them did they see? That's the question. Maybe m0NESY's. Outside of that, I don't think they would have noted Nico's just yet. So steady start from Heroic. Pistol and conversion. Exactly how G2 started their campaign on Nuke. And look, the Death touched on it. We made sure to highlight it here during the cast. That was a very close first map of play. Any of those rounds, any of those clutch situations, if Heroic had put consecutive rounds together, they would have broken G2 and a real chance for them to run away with that map of Nuke. But here we go again.
They definitely had their opportunities. Great catch from the desk and highlighting those. A second ace in the tournament for Hunter already. And Cadian. Oh, he meets that. Perfectly placed bullet out of Nico's scout, and immediately he will back away.
Pressure on A here again. JKS caught off guard last time. It might happen again here. m0NESY's not looking. They might pounce out Palace.
Yeah, it's loud. JKS calling for help. m0NESY is caught in transition. And JKS, the pre-fires are there. One, he does his best with the 5-7. With the rotate on its way, Nico would hit every shot he takes. Yabi's just got the better gun. 2 tags from those scouts, but need to be converted. You can see Yabi and Cadian caged.
Oh, look at his flank as well around the world. Down making shots. Oh, Cadian.
The dead man. Extinguished, sure, but sprayed on down. And Hunter happy to hold on to that Galil Stown gave in the previous. Hiding in plain sight. You can see they're clearing B site.
A little tasty smoke here as well. They might get lucky with this. This is a serviceable weapon going into the 4th round of play here, but Heroic handling business and doing so with a quiet nature there.
There's a poltergeist on this server.
Rolling back and forth. It's going to get blown his way here with that bomb going off. And a catch right there from Hunter. All right, well, head armor, Galil, and a smoke. Basically a full kit for Hunter. He could even drop an AWP across to m0NESY here if you'd like. That would be a donation I'm sure the young gun would be very happy with. But steady stuff from the Danes. Have to be happy with this.
And stone faces for G2, determined to convert what has been the name on the tip of everyone's tongue, but that brings an extra level of pressure. You see the movement out of m0NESY. As fast as he can, finds himself posted up for that cross. No gap on their smoke, and ooh, Cadian fires off a shot. Good catch from our ops team. It's a miss, but HooXi lives and confirms there was an AWP present.
That was a fixture of Heroic's play yesterday. Sent Cadian fishing, applied pressure, force out some util. Mid control. Could be Heroic if they'd like it here, but another pop towards B seems likely here. Mid control util in the air, connected deep, window smoked off, and well, here comes the fight.
Yeah, HooXi, he's getting a lot of this information safely. Now they're trying to run him down. m0NESY, the flash, denies the AWP contributions. Now Yabi confirms all the bodies on the site. It's m0NESY to draw first blood on the fight. Heroic rescind their offer. Think better of it.
Look at JKS's power position here. He's played in towards Palace. He's going to give up the A site here. Nico can call the cross. JKS here is just to be an issue if the bomb goes down.
Nico's holding this. He's responsible for that A site.
He can still pivot back to B. There's plenty of time for this.
Nico's attention is drawn. Tessus' steps heard. JKS would have to fight. The back is turned to trade. Oh, denied! Nico aware and oh so ready. G2 for a flawless announcement on this defense. The first for their CT side. Canadian yet to die.
And their first Mirage in this tournament. That's the key here. G2, they haven't had to play this map so far. So something that going into the dark, Cadian will take down HooXi Shaw. The chase, well, springing to life. A few more G2 members locking him in, making sure he won't be able to get anything else done here. But this will be the first down for G2. But it's crazy, right? The fact this is a comfort pick here for Heroic. Yeah, let's go into Mirage. We're comfortable on this. We took down Na'Vi. This is a solid map for us. Something that they haven't seen G2 play here in Katowice. And a bit of a tame start out of both sides here, so not the explosive nature to kick things off as we had on Nuke, and I think that's represented in the crowd, just getting back to their seats here.
Hope you got your snacks, and tell your friends. G2 Heroic. Walling into our second map now.
Another 3-man B start out of G2. That's 2 consecutive rounds. I know m0NESY jumped across in the previous, but heavy over towards B here, so trying to fortify HooXi's bomb site early. Lots of pressure on JKS here.
Yeah, I love the forward position. He's given himself a lovely one-way. Yabi, oh, aware. Jiggle, bait, hook, line, and sinker. It's Nico with the double. Down to test him. Gets the trade belated, but HooXi looking to quickly clamp shut on this long rotation. He's got to have his knife out, charging, sprinting. They are looking to play ramp.
They're coming back. They seem aware of this here. He's heard him.
And executes. In the meantime, Hunter on the prowl.
Smoke for the bomb.
He has a kit. Does he go for it? Surely they have to spray it down. Anxious now, over the top. Beautiful. Another body drops. Time ticking. Time waits for no one. And Cadian will secure 4.
Yet today is Cadian here. Pointing at your soul. That is a fantastic round for Heroic there. HooXi just way too noisy on that flank. Sure, you said he had to hold knife out there. I think he felt too late to the party. Gives that one up with ease. That 3v3 retake doesn't even get a chance to get started here. JKS goes down without any type of a fight. Yabi continuing this fantastic form here, especially on the T side, opens up the account. But as I said, they started 3 towards B, so is that going to be a consistent fixture as we do get back underway? m0NESY misses the jump because of the flash. Feels like he's under the pump here.
Oh, yeah, he's kind of trapped.
Underpass is a problem.
Oh, and m0NESY unprepared.
Not ready for it at all. Cadian sitting on a bit of a heater right now.
Yeah, That's what they can say about a leader like him. Instruction is good for a child, but example is worth a whole lot more.
This is a big push here. Nico needs a kill or two. HooXi's going to be under a lot of pressure with this MP9.
Oh, well, he's out of there. As Cadian keeps on going. Man on a mission. You're just, ooh, caught out this time with his knife out. Nico fast on the flank. Bomb into B. It's down over the top of the smoke. Hunter falls foul to his tricky tricks.
Yeah, they're going to save here, but JKS is still lucky to be alive right now. The fact that he's been ships in the night here. Towards this A side of the map with that shush lurk. They'll be fortunate to hold on to these. So trying to lock down Nico's position. If he scopes back in, it will be noted, and they have a good idea he's here. Shush should be able to get this one. Back turned. Pants around the ankle with an AWP now back in Cadian's hands. Don't you worry about that. But this is great. If any team was going to dig themselves out of a tight game and not worry, brush it off. Been through plenty of adversity, having the heroic boys together, they've shared their vulnerability. One saved rifle. Fantastic start here. 5-1. Looking comfy.
Yeah, they got their feet up.
Do you know the Wi-Fi password?
I actually don't.
All right, well, on the data, I suppose.
I can't do my fantasy on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, here we go, here we go. Just the saved rifle, some upgraded pistols.
Yeah, I mean, this is where we've seen flashes of absurdity for G2 in the past.
Well, this is where we might get to see them look mortal as well.
Yeah, that too. They've definitely got a game plan. I like this. It's going to feel a bit different for Heroic if they do go for an early walk up the cat. This is threatening. TSS.
Made a step.
Made a step. Straight across from behind. Hunter comes and it's, oh, it's a big surprise. TSS screaming. Rifle saved by Shush. But it's JKS with a single M4, one and done. And the threat now neutral. m0NESY, perhaps a confidence booster or two on the Deeg. Shadow, he knows, down is around and gets the info off that strafe. Lovely work. Heroic, diligent. Both of these teams right now are at the top of their game.
Oof, yeah, about time. Feels like this one could be quick. This one's just been sailing past G2 here. Heroic come out looking like they found a, well, second wind on the second map. Very, very fast stuff and having no issues. They've conditioned this B bomb site here early, and a big part of the G2 game plan was to make sure that wouldn't happen.
Right, you got 3 there early, repeatedly.
Stick it once, yep. Don't pull it off in the follow-up. That's a big problem. JKS getting isolated on that A site as well.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see the wrath of Heroic in the scoreboard. HooXi, one more death, and he will have the secret agent scoreline.
See the issue here as well. G2 aren't getting the lineups. They're not getting the multi-kill opportunities here. They're having to search out for them here. So good spacing from Heroic in a lot of these rounds. But it would be important to get HooXi online, right? Just for his confidence here.
Oh, yeah.
And m0NESY as well, only 1 kill. It's the AWP. This is Mirage. This is an AWP player's playground.
And you know, m0NESY especially treats every map in Counter-Strike like his playground.
This is brutal. Again, they're just putting so much pressure on B. Sure, playing for space right now over towards his A side. But it just forces HooXi to dump his full bag of util. Sure, a smoke, a HE, and a flash left over for now, but he feels the pressure. It's drawn the rotation, and now isolated in mid is Nico.
They're just constantly forging these gaps, and Yabi, he's taken, ooh, an abrasive start, aggressive. Nico felled over the smoke, again, Stown starts to really feel himself. And that's Hunter, unable to help as now HooXi cowers in fear and finds his first frag, would need a whole lot more. HooXi kicking and screaming and defending that B-bomb site. It's Cadian. Makes a short work of m0NESY on that A rotation, trying to fight on 2 fronts. Could HooXi really be the one to save G2?
Running out of bullets here, 3, doesn't want to reload. And JKS, he's caught between 2 mines right now. This is Heroic, the fakey boys. They could be absolutely anywhere. HooXi spotted again. The flank coming through. How much time can he buy?
He's safe.
For now.
Just has to chill.
This is the bomb on Cadian here. JKS could find it.
Cadian. How much of a clear? How much of a clear? Not aware. Cadian ascending. 3 frags in that round, all on his signature weapon.
This one's going to be quick. G2 should probably take another timeout here when they can get back into the guns. It's been way too easy for Heroic, showing some real pedigree right now on this map. And this is somewhere that G2 shouldn't be having any issues. As I mentioned, Monacy, Norpa's playground, you've got Nico, an aimer. You love this map as well. JKS does a very decent job anchoring down A traditionally. Hunter as well.
They just need something to call Cadian's Jets.
All right, that's something.
How about that? A deagle straight between the eyes. Cadian gonna have to be calling from the grave now. Still an uphill struggle, make no mistake.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a fake in play here. So if they just commit towards this A site, G2 have gambled correctly. Make it 4 players over towards A. This forward position from Hunter CZ. Perfect weapon to strike here. Lamp flashes will be in play.
I really think this hinges on the next frag. If G2 can find the one in. Oh, Hunter just shy on the second. But it's Yabi who is just farming frags. 3 on the way in. Nico's hard work on the opening. They're going to have to demand more out of him. Hooksy as well. Trying every trick in the book for a fight. No kit. Heroic. Set for success. Yabi on for the ace. As he quickly picks up the slack. Cadian down, no problem, I'll win the round.
Yeah, and that was a key brought up by the desk there. Yanko was touching on it. They might rely too heavily, this Heroic roster, on Cadian being that point man. So the fact that they, in a round like this, it is just against pistols, are unable to keep things together. Turn to Yavi here to step up with 4 massive frags. He continues this great form, and it's a coming-of-age story for this kid here. Copenhagen Flames, sure, that team, they made a splash as a team. Oh, we got Roy, we got Nikodos. You know, Yavi didn't really get a lot of shine, nor did Zypher, nor did Hooksy.
But I remember when I was watching Yabi play, you could see there was something different about him. The way he had those mechanics ironed out, was controlling some mad sprays at mad distances. And Heroic saw that in him too.
Laser beam right now.
Big shoes to fill for Yabi, and yeah, he's been...
Headshot, look at that. Whoa, that's some crispy work here. And another timeout has been called. Makes a lot of sense. But hold up a second, this one's by Heroic. So having a note here that G2 aren't the ones who have called this exist. He's been on this stage as a player before. Multiple times with NIP, unable to get it done, but now he can offer a little bit of advice here to the Dane to really have full control of this game right now. A fire starter of a round with Nico with that deagle shot. They could have spiraled it with the pistols. They could have done exactly what G2 have done throughout a lot of their victories here. Win when they shouldn't. Now they have to do it with the rifles in play. And it has just been domination so far. Heroic are ragdolling him across the server here. What's the pace change this time? Nades towards Connector, and oh, looks like a whole lot more damage should have been available there.
Yeah, but look at that. Monacy takes it as an insult. It could be, actually, insult to injury if he keeps pushing the issue. This is what Heroic won. This is what Cadian is set for. Shush as well. It's an aggressive crossfire. Game of chicken. Who fights first? Oh, Cadian baits the shot. No immediate fight. The flash is good. Commitment not present.
Okay, well, postured forward for now. That's going to give some redecision on either side of the server. It's passive over towards A. You can see JKS. This is essentially a retake setup, normally from Ticket, but right now from Jungle. And if they want to take some space back, they don't really have any utility to do so. So having a cross dry, Nico happy to back his aim in this situation. 3 towards B, and nobody really defending this A side other than a glance. So if it's a full execute, G2 are in trouble. It'll be retake again.
Yeah, they won't have info mid. I mean, naturally, this is the adjustment. But it draws attention. Another smoke. Nico floats. Just in time. He's in the right place. And Cadian, once again, will lead the charge. Scoped up, posted now. Nico hiding, flashed in. Not active. JKS and Nico trying to strike. Instead, swallows lead. Shush. A big opening. But 15 seconds, time could still become a factor here. JKS hidden, flashed off. 10 seconds. That's a big one back. Just to disrupt. JKS, he pushes through. The bomb.
They're not planning, there's no time. There's no time, they're going to chase m0NESY.
Oh, what a fumble.
Cool, if that's how you're going to win your rounds, this is going to be a quick game here. G2, thank you, Lucky Stars. That one right there, you shouldn't be getting away with that. That's one way to confirm it, sure, but oof, you need a whole lot more. And this was a great round. I love the details from Heroic. The only issue was the clock, the layering of util, the silent approach up the ramp, the explosion of utility in their face. And m0NESY time steps out as it hits 0, grabs himself TeSeS, and we're back into the buy.
If they could build upon it, perhaps ignite the fire in the belly of G2. Nico, a master of this connector position, chips away at TeSeS.
Very light damage there. Hoping for a whole lot more. Will be smoked off for now. JKS, okay. Needing to take the space, understanding the situation here, but look at all the mid control that Heroic have. They are feeling so confident right now.
This is an iconic move to get someone up and potentially over. Crossfire for the fade. m0NESY CT, still 3B. The Acadian shot, still uncertainty. Counting on the two of them. Smoke should buy time. You're not going to want to disrupt.
They forced the rotation. This is a great fake here.
Oh, they are all moving their pieces back towards the first letter, and now HooXi with only the MP9. Tries to win his duel, does take down Yabi.
Has to live.
The big frag, survival integral. Through the smoke, oh, he turns away. By the flash, it's Hunter though that picks up the slack. One done, Nico back. Double from him, what a shot from Cadian. He's making a round out of this. One clutch, shut down by m0NESY. Can he do it again? JKS as well, baits the shot, confirms the AWP. Cooking up the clutch, it's JKS this time, to deny.
Oof, the trading from Heroic here, great in patches. That shot from Cadian, fantastic, so flicky. Trying to do his best, m0NESY impression right there. Good stuff from the captain, another threatening round, but another round for G2, and they are just getting by the skin of their teeth here.
I mean, they're making a half out of this now.
Oof.
Madness.
And JKS, well, last year, on the FaZe side, winning a big clutch, coming from exactly that position, making G2 sweat. And a G2 that had been in 2 Katowice Grand Finals, never winning a map until now. I'm sure they'd like to make that 3.
Yeah, well, while they're in the bucking of trend habit, see if they can go all the way.
Let's keep tabs on this here. Still very early stages, and G2 would need another relatively clean gun round here to be able to break Heroic. At that point, the conversation to how JKS dropping that plant just as it was about to go down, the difference that could make here. Heroic don't seem like a team to struggle with the mental.
Yeah, but things compound, Chad. Des pointed at it. There was a couple of opportunities. You could see that was the start of dissatisfaction and anger on the side of Heroic. They definitely had their shot at stopping that G2 20th, but it's theirs now. Heroic need to make it clear Mirage is their pick for a reason. Certainly started that way, but with a run of 2. Looking for a 3rd consecutive. More standard setup this time as well. Hunter's flirting.
He's going to get all this space here. That flash with no follow-up. Oh, the freebie! Oh! Yabi in the back. B's open.
Wide open. He's screaming as well. Normally expecting friends, company. It's not present. Nice catch from Hunter.
But they know they can get into the side now.
Oh my God, shush. A long-range spray. JKS reveals himself towards the Palace position. These split-second decisions have left us in a 3-on-3.
A save might be considered here. This is a risky round for G2 to go through, considering the stakes at hand. And yeah, when you're seeing this getting picked up, maybe that is the chit-chat. Might need the Spodek to lift the energy in here a little bit.
Yeah, they are. We got the Mexican wave floating through the Spodek right now.
Got some Chev fans in the house.
A lot of love for one of our observers.
Well, it will be the save here. Heroic up to 9, and it felt way too easy there. Hooksy wasn't ready for the disrespect on the smoke. Yabby again, just a nuisance. This kid, he's really feeling himself now.
And as a B anchor, you can put yourself in Hooksy's shoes. It just feels like whenever he just considers exploring the options of short, Yabby finds that gap.
I have to go back and question exactly what the plan was there, because Hunter was already top mid, right? So they already had a lot of space. So I don't know what the call was. I don't know what the change-up was. Maybe they thought it was going to be an A play, but Hooksy exploited again.
And it breaks the streak of G2, albeit small.
Well, the money can come back out here for another buy. Those saves, very important here. Hooksy just down to a Famous. So if they want to keep bullying B, they can. But this time round, faster mid util. They're loving the one on the ramp in this game. It really makes things awkward for the mid defenders. And Nico playing in it. I'm off to a flame, looking for some form of a fight here, but they're happy to stay completely away. And well, look who's left on an island. Mr. JKS is Yabby coming in to knock his socks off once more. Quite truly no support here.
He's done it before. Can he do it again? Looking to deliver. JKS so blind. How is he alive? Just changes that. Committing into the A site now. Kit down, bomb 2. And Cadian, oh what? He peeks over the flames. Risk versus reward. Hunter watching now as his team tries to claw things back. It's m0NESY. Orb to level things out.
Nico needs time. He's called this. He's called the round maneuver. m0NESY's ready for this. If Cadian just swings out here, he is a dead man.
And then Tessus, unprepared for Nico in the palace. That's the frag. Oh, he lets it go. Cadian allowed to live on, and now m0NESY's the one to go down. Hooksy,
gotta sit it.
YOLO, you only live once. Holds the defuse in front of their face. He's laughing at them. Pros do not fake on the grand final stage. As Hooksy pulls a 4th out of thin air.
Nico heard the steps. He knew exactly what Cadian was up to. He set m0NESY up right there to seal the deal. They still get the rounds, but these aren't pretty. They are having to work so hard, and a little bit of luck necessary for G2 as well, just to get up to 4. Heroic looks like the better team, and that is not even a question thus far. Has to sit it, has to trust, has to hope.
Just stand, and not a single bullet finds him. Tessus, angry, straight into JKS, is nearly 3. The double kill. m0NESY shaky, been run on down. And only Stown and Yabby so low. It's G2's round, just need to putt it in. Nico doesn't need to find Yabby. Hunter supports him from all the way downtown. And that's Stown, the last to fall in the round. Double from m0NESY in the end.
Their best round so far from G2 right there.
No harm, no foul.
Definitely the best round that they've played so far on this defense here. Heroic, 9 rounds already. Yeah, you'll take 10 on the nose here, and you have enough money to make this one threatening here for round number 15. Starting to get a bit more action-packed right now, and this is JKS just in time. We catch the action, the double up. Yeah, and the dink as well there, so did his job. But will it be back to B? That's where Heroic have been able to find the pressure point. G2 tried to bolster that early. They tried to make sure Hooksy was safe.
Cadian, this is very, very overconfident. Running straight into the clutches of JKS. And Yabby's been hurt. Hooksy should have him. Hunter with the nade. And G2, they have definitely found somewhat of a band-aid. Recovering this half. Still, Heroic got a lot to boast at the end of this one. Play on the fade, yeah. Oh, perfect. Takes the header both.
Final time here at ESL Impact. As you can see, the players are setting up. Navi Javelins behind me, who made it to the final. And for the first time in ages, I guess, it's not a Furia versus Nigma Galaxy final, because Nigma Galaxy knocked out Furia in their semi-final. Now, the spicy thing about this is that the Navi Javelins have 5 Polish players who are playing on home soil here in Katowice. So it would be so huge if they were able to beat Nigma Galaxy and raise this trophy. We'll see what happens in the grand final.
We're at the second half, Spodek, of the second map. How's everyone doing? Now, let me get a vibe check here. Who's going for G2? And what about Heroic? Ooh, okay, 50-50. All right, I want you to work with me, guys. I want this whole roof, I want this arena to make some noise. Let me hear you. Bring the high!
I love it. I love it. As G2 and Heroic put their hands on their mouse and keyboard. One more time, Spodek. Put your hands together. Counter-Strike continues. Cadian, 3 on his screen, gets nothing done with it. G2, leg up, looking for more, looking for blood. It's hard to hit. It's another. Wrapping into Stown. His back is turned. Bodies are dropping. m0NESY should punish. Should.
Out of ammo.
Knife out. Reload has been had. 12 more bullets to work his magic as there's
look at this
3 on 3. Look at this. The bomb is just leaving T spawn. m0NESY boosted up. Stown not gonna have his crosshair there. Unprepared as m0NESY is in the server. 4 on the pistol. Rocks Heroic.
Look at all this territory here. Look at all this space. Hunter towards CT spawn. m0NESY with the control of mid. HooXi now just has to plant that bomb. There's only a few questions that he has to ask himself right now, so being very careful about this. We'll punch in the digits. Sure, she'll understand he's in the wrong place, wrong time. Now he has to decide, does he even want to look for anything? The armor going into the next, well, that would be something. As it feels like we're about to split pistols here. Time the biggest of the issues, and yeah, well, that'll be that. m0NESY kicks us off here.
That pistol, as you've highlighted, divided.
There's a chance to tie things up 9-9 for sure right now. With this saved armor right here, I think we'll be expecting a Heroic force buy. Be par for the course, quite classic for them. So there's a chance for Heroic to try and bounce back immediately. We know what type of purchases will be available to them. Scouts, upgraded pistols, MP9s potentially. And this was m0NESY here, just, it was a chaotic round, right? We saw Nico just missing a whole bunch of shots right there as he tried to make his way out on the A ramp, but m0NESY made good on his promise. Elevation here. And just puts Heroic down in the dirt, so fantastic stuff from the young gun. We are back underway with the force by top mid smoke, bit of pace here on HooXi, accelerating quickly down to connector, disconnected from the pack, so I want to consider his movements here, but we'll completely flush it out. So key pieces of real estate. Nobody home in connector. Early space. Still plenty of time for something to go wrong here. Need to highlight the forward setup here. Yabi alongside of that of Shush, and you can see this here. They have smoke, so if there are mollies under this dark position, they can extinguish. They can be a real nuisance, and the double up there, very scary to get past, often overlooked. Nobody's pushed B just yet, so Hunter being diligent. Now, one of the bigger issues is, sure, they had the mid control, they had the space, but other than that, they don't have any information. They don't know what site is stacked. A late layered mid smoke coming out, that's going to give Hunter the space to work for connector once more. Seems like a bit of a B split here, but if Tessus doesn't take any contact, this stack is looking perfect.
Second pump of the same utilities. Down, only the dig. Flash through. Unsuccessful. HooXi opens up the account for G2 against this anti-force buy. It's m0NESY as well, clearing out the dark position. Nothing Heroic can do about this one. As Tessus, yeah, you'll voice concerns with the single dig, but there's nothing more for him in this one.
Maybe a little bit of miscons right there. The molly came in towards the jungle position while HooXi was in jungle. And it actually worked out because the molly landed towards the gun and they're not going to go forward and try and find this. So an accidental little detail there for G2. You're going to be happy to keep 4 alive here. This is a good start in the second half of map number 2.
Such a magnificent blend of different players' stories on that G2 roster. And we've seen them just build and develop that next level. They found it through developing and, of course, getting Hooksy comfortable with a leadership role. You're calling rounds to greats.
The biggest issue for him coming into the team was some of the interviews he gave. Talking about how he doesn't need to frag, and then, well, he didn't frag, and then he literally became a meme, and then he became the favorite of the community, and then they were still considered a little bit of a joke. But they've turned things around. They didn't qualify for the last major, and now this team is yet to lose a map this year. They're on an 11 series winning streak, 20 maps in a row.
Yeah, it's like the Chinese farmer proverb. Maybe not getting to the major was a good thing after all. G2 looking to remain indomitable.
Far off there from Tessus. They still have something to be potent with that save scout brought across. JKS will find the opening here. Scout, they're ready. Shot hit. Big one there from Cadian.
Hello. A minor wrinkle on G2's 18th round. Tessus hits one onto the shoulder of Nico.
Needs to be careful here. The other two are floating through mid as the bomb comes back. Tessus stands ready. Just going to get overwhelmed.
There's so many bodies coming his way, and he is just going to perhaps play the element of surprise.
Honestly, he's not looking.
Honestly, surely aware. He knows. And delivers.
Okay. Well, scary for a moment, but no issues there. We will tie things up 9-9. We talk about majors. Major Grand Finalists Heroic here today. We're at the tail end of the year for them, pretty hot as well. Fall finals, they lift the trophy. World finals there without Stown. Start of the year rocky. The spring group's not looking great for them, just ask EG. And then coming into this event, piecing themselves back together, getting back into that top tier form. Remember, this is the world number 1 and 2. Actually, let's not call either of them. Let's not give them the rank. Whoever wins this one right here will be considered the best in the world, the ones to fear to start off 2023.
Yeah, and both of these teams have had their trials and tribulations on the way here. A flat major grand final for Heroic. And then shaking it off and doing it on home soil. I think that victory meant a lot for them.
All right, let's get into the business rounds here.
Yeah, the crowd are warming up because they know that this round has a lot of weight attached to it. G2 with an opportunity to continue undefeated on their attack so far. This is a map we haven't seen, Chad. Heroic picking Mirage into G2, yet to see it in Katowice now with their debut, looking fierce, looking strong. Tessus to be tested. Partnered up with Stown, whose ears are ringing after that. It's Hooksy! He wins it! Aggressive from Yabi. Traded now by Tessus, but there's one back. It's Hunter that holds on to the advantage.
Speaking of advantage, they can play that right now. Regroup, retool. Execute together. Right now, Heroic with just 3 players staying alive. Sure, they have an awful lot of space. He might catch Hunter here. To be very careful on this cross. Cadian can draw things back to a 3-on-3 situation.
Not an easy one to hit.
Just on that a whole lot harder.
Slither gap, especially now. Hunter's timing, everything. So variable.
This position from Cadian allows 2 players to stay over towards A here. The Zoo's getting rabid out there right now. 45 seconds up connector, really on Stown here.
Trying to will this into existence. Yeah, Stown needs to disrupt. And Hunter, the first to fall, gets them both. A double onto the Kovac cousins.
And no Shush is still here, though. He has to be somewhere.
Safe from the Molotov. 30 seconds for them to try and find either the frag or the plant. Cadian detached from his teammate, from his compadre. Honestly, responsible for that plant. And JKS, perfect! Builds upon it. Instant headshot despite the low HP. And an awkward decision to be made here for Cadian, hoping to be given something, hoping one of them wants to cross CT, but he's not been given anything.
This is the only choice he can make right here, G2. Almost fumbled the bag right there. That's down double up. Echoing in the ears of the cousins. They're bailing themselves out of trouble. We'll grab double digits first here. And Cadian does need to be careful still. A little bit of time on this bomb. JKS jumps around the corner. He might get himself a bit of a chance here, especially if he elevates onto the fence. going to go off, and well, we'll call it. Canadian does get to retain the AWP, but this is pivotal. Spoke about the impact he could have, and I also mentioned the fact that if this game, it gets hard, not only does he have to call, not only does he have to in-game lead this team, he has to AWP. And it's a role where he needs to find success. And hoping to find some of that right now are Heroic, taking a timeout, their second thus far. A streak of rounds for G2 at this point. If you bring in the tail 3 of that last half, 7 consecutive rounds right now. And this shot here from JKS, very low on HP, 24 in total. Could have gone down to a stiff breeze. What's the change-up going to be? What's the conversation? Should only be a half investment here from Heroic. They'd be crazy to shove all in, even